Following the emergence of commercial capital in media, the traditional structure of media ownership changed. Then a new process has developed where investment groups that are financially strong and have the ability to generate revenue from commercials and advertisements have become players. Media started to serve completely under market conditions with a broad diversity, including all features of information production and distribution as well as broadcasting. Media ownership offers the ability to reach out to masses, to give them desired messages, to influence them, and this way to have power to some extent. On the other hand, it also offers the ability to use this power as a trump card against your rivals, political authorities, etc. Remember the Murdoch cases. One of the threats that is waiting in the region is because the new commercial TV channels and media groups are emerging right now, they are becoming very powerful and strong. The role of PSM is more important than ever before because, as you may remember, the Murdoch cases and other cases in developed countries, there is a risk for the PSM and the media ownerships and the transparency issues in the media they use the media to influence the people, etc. So freedom of expression and the freedom of journalists and the PSMs will be very important in the region than ever before because of the emerging media market. Therefore, the dynamics of media ownership inevitably affect social developments and trends. From this point of view, the society has a natural right to know who are the owners of the media and who controls the media. Achieving transparency media ownership will also help preventing of monopoly. In periods of digitization, media integration and concentration, many countries improve the rules of media ownership in order to prevent the influence from a certain person, company, or group. In a democratic social order, the freedom of thought and expression can be achieved only by ensuring plurality of voices. Among the measures against media concentration, we also see the efforts for improving PSM. The coexistence of PSM and commercial media with a growing influence on society caused debates on the role of PSM and the need for it. It should not be forgotten that PSM considers all segments of the society in the production and presentation of the editorial content. For this reason, when you strengthen and protect the PSM, you prevent the harms against plurality by potentially one-sided information, disinformation, misinformation from large investment groups. Commercial broadcasting, which focuses on profits, aims to meet the largest grant possible due to concerns of increasing ratings. PSM serves not the consumers, but the citizens. That is the very key difference between the PSM and the private media ownership. It addresses to citizens and all segments of society. One of the important points is that we share our experiences with our colleagues and create a synergy. We as the PSMs, we have to create a synergy. Has to be very cooperation with our colleagues, and we have to strengthen our solidarity through the associations we are a member of. One of the most recent associations established with this aim is the European Association of Public Service Media in Southeast Europe, as you know, chaired by TRT Director General Mr. Şahin. Officially founded in November 2010, the association aims to enhance the resources of the public service broadcasters and contribute to the spirit of solidarity. In other words, it provides added value to the region by promoting the cultural richness and diversity in Southeast Europe. As Mr. Turdiyev has mentioned, the project How Do I See My Neighbor, which the members have participated with great devotion and enthusiasm, has been carried out successfully. With the participation of public service broadcasters in SEE and the contribution received from the EU, The perspectives on neighboring country have been reflected through the eyes of youngsters in the project. In conclusion, as they fulfill their function of mass communication, the public service media should stick to the principles of equal access, sustainability, impartiality, quality, diversity, independence, and accountability, since they look after public interests. The most important and vital requirement to fulfill all these principles is that the freedom of expression and the freedom of reporting of media members remain untouched. In this respect, I would like to share an unfortunate and still unsolved case experienced by corporation TRT. On August 17th, upon a group of 500 people taking shelter in the El Fatih Mosque situated in the Ramses Square, Cairo, the mosque was besieged by Egyptian security forces for 18 hours. The TRT Cairo correspondent, Mr. Metin Turan, who was there for reporting, was also among those who took shelter in the mosque, among other reporters from other countries and other agencies. TRT called on the international media to launch a joint initiative by pointing out that journalists as well as civilians were killed in the region. I am sorry to say that on this matter, we could not get the desired support from the international platforms. After the lift of siege, after 18 hours, our correspondent, Mr. Turan, was taken into custody, and he is still under arrest, and we do not have any information about him. Our embassy in Cairo is taking the necessary steps to enable the release of our correspondent. For the future, I wish a democratic platform where such incidents are never repeated. The conditions of freedom of expression and reporting are provided in maximum and accurate news and presented in a transparent way to the public. I believe that the second Academy of Media Law in Southeast Europe is also an important platform that will reinforce and carry forward the steps already taken in this direction. A meeting of sectoral stakeholders as such will of course enhance professional dialogue and cooperation. Taking this opportunity, I would like to congratulate again our colleagues who have organized this event in an excellent way. Wishing a fruitful meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Eren. Thank you to all our